to share with you that today we have with us Suhasini Maniratnam ji also, who is an award-winning actress, director, producer, and writer in Tamil and South Indian film industry. It is really a good fortune that we have her presence here today in this prestigious 18th Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar ceremony. We are really honored by your presence, ma'am. Thank you very much. And now it is my honor and privilege to read the citation of honor of Bharat Asmita Jana Jagran Shrestha Puraskar being conferred upon acclaimed filmmaker Padma Shri Mani Ratnam. Padma Shri Mani Ratnam is an internationally known and acclaimed film director, screenwriter, and producer. Although Shri Mani Ratnam has predominantly worked in the Tamil film industry, he has brought about altogether new wave of sensitivity and socio-political ideology through his movies like Roja, Nayakam, Bombay, Dilse, Guru, Raman, and Yuva. Shri Mani Ratnam had quietly gone on to completing his post-graduation in management as well. Success at national and international levels came with his film Roja, and film dealt with the issue of terrorism in Kashmir and was nominated for the Golden St. George Award at the 18th Moscow International Film Festival. Shri Mani Ratnam was honored by the Government of India with Padma Shri in year 2002. He has won 6 film awards, 4 Filmfare Awards and 6 Filmfare Awards South and many state awards. Shri Mani Ratnam is one of the most recognized faces of Indian films. It is indeed a matter of honor for us at MIT World Peace University, Pune, today on 3rd of February 2022 to bestow upon Shri Mani Ratnam the Bharat Asmita Jana Jagran Shrestha Award for the best direction for giving a new dimension to Indian cinema. Signed, Bharat Asmita National Awards Committee, Chairman Dr. Raghunath A. Mashelka, Executive Chairman Professor Dr. Vishwanath D. Karab, members Dr. Vijay P. Bhatkar, Dr. Shyam Benegal, Shri Nadir Godrej, Srimati Ritu Prakash Chandriya, and founder and convener Rahul V. Karab. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this. And I don't know where to start. Maybe I'll start right at the beginning. I come from a film background, but my father, my uncle, who all brought me up, were not educated. They hardly passed school. And while we were growing up, we were not allowed to watch cinema. It was banned in the house. You can study, you can play, but you cannot watch cinema. And this is how we grew. And after my post-graduation, I worked for a bit, and then I decided that I'll try my, get into films. And at that point of time, my family was worried, wondering why you have now educated, why are you coming into this? So that was a big concern for them. And surprisingly, I had a friend of mine who was my classmate in the Management Institute who called me up and said, why did you waste a seat? Why did you waste a management seat? There were so many people waiting to study management. Why did you do it? And why did you go to cinema? And for a bit, I was on a guilt trip. So I said, maybe I did this wrong. Maybe I deprived somebody of a rightful seat to learn management. But I realized that, learning whatever education gives you and using it in whatever profession that you choose to be is as effective and as important as anything else. Just because it's cinema, that doesn't mean it doesn't need an education. And a little later, when I started making films, and there was a senior director who came to me and told me, I want you to take my son as an assistant. He's not good at studies. So please let him join you. And I didn't know how to respond. He was a senior director, so I didn't know how to tell him. But I felt there that this has to change. I mean, the educated people have to come into films. Cinema needs education. Literature, art, everything needs a lot of exposure, needs, solid grounding on all aspects of life. And therefore, education is absolutely essential to any form of art, I feel. So today, when I'm receiving this award from an education institute, I'm very moved, very touched, and very honored. I really would like to thank you for this. And when you receive an award like this, first thing it did to me was surprised me. I said, why? What is this? Where does it come from? And then you think a little about it, you wonder, you look back and look at what you've done, and you see why, what is it? And then maybe it is somebody trying to tell you that you've done this, but there's more to do. Maybe it's a call, maybe it is a signal that you should do more, and so I take it in that spirit. And I also think that an award that is given, of filmmaking is such a collective art, such a collective medium, that there's so many people come together to make this a single product and homogeneously. And so anything that any individual receives is really an acknowledgement for the entire team that has worked on it. And I really wish that cinema and art is taken seriously. I really wish more and more educated people will come in. There's been time when we talked of Iranian cinema, we've talked of Chinese films, we've talked of Turkish films. Now we are talking of Japanese and Korean films. When is the time that we talk of Indian films internationally? I think it'll come when more and more educated people start looking at this as a medium in which, you can communicate, you can get across, ideas, get across thoughts, get across debates, get across different perspectives. I'd just like to, go back and relook at one incident that happened to me while I was making this film called Bombay. It ran into a lot of trouble with the censor board. It just got, locked in and things like that. At Bombay, it was a Tamil film made, and it went to Bombay, and there it was held back for a long time. And so I had to go try to meet all the officials, battle it out and things like that. At that point of time, I met a commissioner of police there, and he told me, this film will never come out. I promise you it will never come out. I said, why? What have we done? He says, no, we are doing a lot of efforts to bring peace, and I don't want you to get this film out and restart it. So I had to explain to him that what he is doing is one way, he's healing a wound, but there are other ways of doing it, and literature, films, and art does that. There's a lateral way, there's a way of, addressing social issues and looking at it, giving a different perspective, So I think that is what films can bring in. That is why we need more, educated people, more intelligent people to come in and look at this profession as a serious profession and take this up and make us proud. I thank you once again for this. It's been a big honor, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much your creations have always been inspirational to all of us, and they keep motivating us to not to forget our duties and responsibilities towards our nation. Thank you very much, Mani Ratnam sir, once again, on behalf of the team of Bharat Asmita Rashtriya Puraskar.